Welcome back to the special split edition of Today on a Thursday morning from New York and Tehran. How do the Iranians feel about us and their own government? A recent poll, a telephone poll conducted here in Iran by a Washington-based anti-terror group, revealed some surprising results. About 70% of the people who responded to that poll said they want normal relations and trade with the United States. Less than a third of the people who responded to the poll say they want their country to develop a nuclear weapon. To find out more about how Iranians think, we decided to spend some time on the street and find the pulse of this country. For most Americans, the images of Iranians at Friday prayers, chanting death to the U.S., death to Israel, are foremost in their minds. And while that's part of it, it's not the whole picture. Daily life in Iran can be difficult, especially when you consider the average Iranian earns between $300 and $400 a month in a city where rents start at $600 a month. Most Iranians must hold down 2 jobs just to make ends meet. In a country that produces 4.1 million barrels of oil a day, gasoline is rationed due to a lack of refining capacity. Due to sanctions, Iran cannot import new refining equipment. Each citizen gets 26 gallons a month. And the rationing has led to long lines and even led to riots when it was first introduced. That's if you even want to drive in a city where every car trip is a tour de force, with more near misses than an action movie. Iran is also in the midst of a sweeping social crackdown. The Basij patrol the streets looking for women out of customary Islamic dress. Newspapers and websites have been shut down, and labor leaders arrested as the Islamic regime tries to tighten control over this country of 70 million. When you talk about the pulse of the city, well, this is the heart of Tehran. It's teeming marketplace. It's from here that the financial strings of not only this country, but this region are pulled. How do you feel about your government?
Sometimes you cannot say that things you feel in your heart, but I just wish my government think for future a little better.
Do people here have strong feelings about America?
Yeah, they like American, I think.
Like American people or American government?
I think American people.
So much talk now about nuclear power and the nuclear ambitions of Iran. If pursuing it means more sanctions, more isolation, maybe military conflict, is it worth it to you?
If they want it just for the energy, it's okay.
What about nuclear weapon?
You have also, why you don't stop?
ما همش ایرانی‌ها همش یه آرامش میخوان، نه ایرانی‌ها همه ملت همه ایران آرامش میخوان.
Because the Iranian people want some peace. That's all we're looking for. The whole country just wants some peacefulness.
اگر هسته‌ای هم برای کشور ایران میخواد قطع شه، خب مال همه کشورها قطع شه.
Because if the nuclear energy was not our right here, it shouldn't be anybody's right.
Thank you. Sorab Ghoodosi is a businessman working here in Tehran, and like so many other people in this country, he's been to the United States. He went to law school in Boston and spent some time in Los Angeles as well before returning here recently. Sorab, good morning. Nice to have you.
How are you?
So most of the people I talked to in the bazaar wanted to talk more about the common ground between the United States and Iran than the differences between our country. Is that what you find on a whole?
There are a lot of similarities. In general, Americans and Iranians are religious people. They believe in God. At the same time, they believe in standing up for the right for whatever they believe in. And that's sometimes what the nuclear issue kind of narrows back to, actually.
You feel, and I think this will be a controversial view to some watching this program right now, that one of the similarities between our countries is our leaders.
Yes.
Why do you say that?
They both are very convicted in what they believe in. Their decision-making is kind of similar. They really believe in what they're doing, so in that regard they're similar, but they also have differences on strategic policy in the region, of course.
Why did you decide to come back here? After spending time in the United States, as I mentioned, in law school and living out west, why did you come back home?
At the point when I moved there, one of the things was I wanted to learn about America, and at some point I realized I wanted to move back here and learn about my own country. And like I said, Iran and America are very similar. It's not that hard of a transition to move back here. People are very similar here. The cultures are similar as well in some degrees.
We talked earlier in the program about an enormous crackdown, social and religious crackdown that has occurred over the last year. More than 1 million people arrested for violating just a dress code.
Right.
What is it like to live here as someone who's experienced life in the United States under what we would say are oppressive rules?
I don't think it's that difficult, just because the difference as far as social rules. For example, the other day a woman got off, they wouldn't let her on a flight, on a Delta plane, I guess, because of what she was wearing.
Right.
You see like that things here as well. Here they enforce it once in a while.
But it's a little different to be pulled off a plane if you're wearing perhaps too short a skirt that some people think is too sexy versus a woman who may not have her hair covered. Or is it just our perception?
Well, the thing is, in that regards, there's been a lot of progress in Iran. In the past 15 years, women or even men have been allowed to dress more openly if they would like. It's still conservative relative to the West, but if you notice a difference in 15 years, you see that people have a lot more rights today than maybe they did 15 years ago.
And do you see in the next 10 years, real quickly, many more changes in store for Iran?
I don't see why Iran shouldn't make progress or shouldn't make change like anywhere else in the world.
Sorab, thanks very much for talking to us this morning. I appreciate it. Nice to have you here.